Welcome back to the Voices of Women Summit, where in honor of International Women's Day 2022, we are raising the voices of hundreds of women so their messages can be heard. Your host for this session is Sherry Peterson. Sherry is a mom, a wife, a farmer, and the creator of Impact You and the Jump Off Your Swing movement. She's got another amazing guest coming right up. Take it away, Sherry.
Welcome. So glad that we're here today. As you know, my name is Sherry Peterson, and I have the pleasure of welcoming Swanette to our virtual stage. Swanette will be talking about the sky is the limit, kicking the invisible ceiling for unstoppable success in business and life. So Swanette is an engineer who turned into a business consultant and then left her career to become a success mindset coach. Swanette guides mission-driven business leaders and solopreneurs to overcome their upper limit problems. She helps them to kick the invisible ceiling that still is holding them back from achieving their true potential and working in their genius zone. Swanette removes the emotional baggage, blocking beliefs, and the last obstacles from past lives so that they can become unstoppable for unlimited success in creating a humanity plus business and manifesting their vision of an abundant life of wealth, health, and love. Well, that is a lot of goodness there, Swanette. Tell us about it. How did you become so passionate on this topic?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here on this show. So it already started when I was only 8 years old. So at that moment, I had a near-death experience. And it was a situation, I was in a hospital and I lay on the doctor's bed and I could see myself, the body from above, like doctor stick in a long needle into my spinal cord. And I could see that outside, my parents were waiting, they were not with me in the same room. And it smelled like, this disinfection. And so for me, it was this moment, like I was fainting away into the light. It felt so peaceful and free and lightful. And I was almost close to the sky. And the next moment I was pushed back into my body and I woke up from my arms screaming because of this horrible pain I had because of this needle in my spinal cord. And the next moment I was in coma again. And this happened being a child again and again and again until I was a young girl. And I had no control over that. And the doctors didn't have any kind of idea what happened with me. And for me, it was really like, life was happening to me. I had no control about that. But at the same time, with this moment, I felt like there is more than just me being this body, like this bio body, but I'm also like the soul. And I got special gifts at that moment, being clairvoyant and precognitive. And as a child, this was really a difficult moment or difficult time for me because I sensed so much about other people, other children. And for me, it was, of course, normal. And for them, it was like, this girl is strange. And I always had this feeling, somehow I don't belong here. It was even a longing of going home. And so when I was 12, I had the first time that I really, I really don't want to be here on this planet. So it was the first moment I thought about suicide. And after a time when I was 18, I got into drugs to just shut it down. I didn't want to have all of that anymore. And it worked. So being a young girl, all these gifts were shut down and I got into a normal life. I was, because of my situation before, curious about medicine. So I started my education in medicine and then I became an engineer in chemical environmental technology. And only then I understood, what happened to me as being this little girl. I was poisoned by toxins, by pesticides. So at that time, it was kind of usual that woods were painted with a paint that included pesticides to stop it from rotting. And I had this ceiling in my children's room that was painted with these toxins. And of course, what protects wood, that insects will not come in, it will also destroy little children. So these were neurotoxins and I suffered from these neurotoxins. And for me, understanding then, okay, now I can change that and become healthy. And so for me, it was like I went into this normal life, like being a consulting engineer, and then I went into a business consulting, also studied business coaching and other things. And I got more and more and more into this red wheel, like working a lot. My life was like living in trains and planes and hotels. And until a moment when I was very, very close to a burnout. And I thought, okay, setting these goals, running after money, like chasing money, this can't go on like that, because I will really, really ruin my life. It was like, can you imagine, you have a caterpillar and it is like, oh, there's the next leaf and there's the next leaf, becoming more fat. And so I really looked like a fat caterpillar, so to say. At that time. And so for me, then it was a moment that I said, okay, I really need to change something. I'm close to a burnout. And I gave myself a gift to come to the island where I now live. I originally come from Germany, and I came to Madeira. This is a tiny island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean belonging to Portugal, and it is a subtropical island. It is paradise. And for me, it was like, okay, having 1 week just being there, enjoying the time, stepping in the plane by -10 degrees in Germany, stepping out of the plane, plus 26 degrees, sunlight, blue sky, and abundance of flowers and plants. And we all have, I'm looking into banana trees here, for example. So for me, it was like, okay, I really want to be on this island. But at that moment, I had my own business consultancy and felt, no, it's not the right time right now. I had a very old dog that was living with me. My mother suffered from dementia. So it was not, no, it's not the right time. But I really had this feeling, wow, I want to be there. And I went there again for holidays with this feeling, why did I buy a ticket back? And then I decided, I will next time not buy a ticket back. So I went home. In that moment already, my dog died and my mother died, and I felt free. So now I can move. So I closed my business, sold my house, my horses, everything, and decided, okay, I want to go out, step out of this old life, being very busy and just going for my goals. But I want to really understand how I want to live. So I came here, and with this moment also my gifts came back. It was like when the moment my dog died and my mother died, and I got this feeling, okay, now I'm free. It was like, okay, I now can step into who I really am. And so I went to Madeira and gave myself half a year of a sabbatical. So I would say it is like in the stage becoming out of the caterpillar into this pupation mode, just contemplating, being there, seeing the waves at the ocean, coming back and forth, and yeah, relaxing and really getting more clarity what I wanted to create in this world. And yeah, I took my own tools, like I created a vision board for me and really embrace this and own this. So how would it be? How would it feel? How would it look like if I'm in this life that I really want to create? And how can I make this happen? And so this is what I've done. Now I'm here in Madeira, being the success mindset coach, living the life I really want to live, working at the beach, having my laptop there, sitting at the ocean. And so for me, this was really, now I'm becoming the butterfly, like shining, also like being here on stages, becoming visible and really following my mission, what I want to create and getting the why. Yeah, I really want to help other women. I want to help soul-centered business leaders to step into their essence, who they truly are, and create a humanity plus business to support humanity and to support Gaia.
Well, that is incredible. That's a very important work. Thank you for this gift that you have, that you stepped back into. I imagine as a young girl having that gift, I can understand, well, I can understand because I don't have that gift, but the frustration you had. So I'm glad that you were able to open everything up, your soul up, to step back into it. So tell me, So you're on the beach and you have your laptop and you're just business, you're coaching people all over the world. Is that how you do your business?
Yeah, of course. On the one hand, I do my coachings on Zoom, so I can coach people everywhere. But I also have my retreats here. So if people want to come here to Madeira and have their intense coaching, like having really this breakthrough moment within a time of 2 or 3 weeks, they also get access to my network of other alternative therapists and healers. We go out into nature, so we do walk and talk coachings, and so it's really not only sitting in a room and going through the process, but really, yeah, going into nature, experiencing the different zones we do have here in Madeira. For example, now in wintertime, I can go down to the beach and have a swim in the ocean, and at the same time I can go up to the highest mountain and can find snow all in one day. So if you want to enjoy this, something like that, we can have also like this intense VIP coachings here in Madeira. Yeah.
Well, that sounds fabulous. I'm in the middle of Saskatchewan, Canada, where there's lots of snow and cold temperatures right now. So that sounds wonderful. So tell me, I know we're going to talk about your free gift, but tell me, how is there some tips that you could, like, what is a tip that you can give us that, you know, to break that glass ceiling? I'm a woman that's been in business before, like, how do I break that ceiling? Because I think I am my own limiter, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so there are different things I would like to talk about. And one is like, what is your mindset about your life? So as I had at the beginning, when I was a young girl, I was in this victimhood. I had nothing, I felt I had no control over life, like life was happening to me. And a lot of people feel like they can't influence what is going on, but no, things are happening. The car is broken, and then they lose their job. And no, perhaps if you feel like that, put a 1 in the chat. No, if you feel like somehow you can't manage it, it just happens to you. And then it could be the next stage is that you are the one that is starting to create. These are the people. I have been in this, like, I had my to-do list. I had my goal setting, and then how can I come from A to B? What are my steps, my milestones? What is the process? So this was very clearly being in action and doing things. And this works good. So if you feel like you're behaving like that, it is, you have your goals and then you have your steps and you go like this, please type it 2 in the chat. And then the next thing is, the next level is that you become the manifestor. You're manifesting your life. So this is like, you have a vision that you feel that is very attractive for you. Like, I have my vision board here on the wall and I can see what I want to create. Like, it is attractive for me, like living in a certain house and working, for example, at the beach. I would like to drive a certain car, perhaps not the best one in this tiny island, but I would like it anyhow. And like seeing in the different levels of your life, like if you imagine you have this kind of wheel of life and all these different pieces, what is it? It's about relationship, it is about love and sexuality, it's about business and money and personal development, spiritual growth, it's about your hobbies and other things that are important in your life. Figure out, are you already there? If like you have a line in the middle is a 0 and at the end is a 10, are you already at a 10? So at the moment for my business, working at the beach is a 10. Like being in a room where I only have neon light, where I can't open the windows, where I only have cookies and coffee. Oh, this is close to a 0. So figure out in these different segments, where are you at the moment in your life? Everything that is below 5, you can up-level it definitely to come into a state that is more healthy and more wealthy for you, more abundance in this area. Also, my health was at that moment really, I was overweight because I was always in these meeting rooms and eating cookies. And when I came into the hotel, I was so hungry that I ate something that is, just fill it in. And then I was tired, not even able, even if I had a hotel where I had a fitness room, I was not able to do anything anymore. So now I create my life. I have my vision. I know where I want to go. I want to, let things manifest. Also, it's like being aware of synchronicities that appear. Like people come into my life, and I think, oh, they bring me into the next step where I want to go. Or I read a book, and it triggers me, and I think, okay, this is something that is very attractive for me. And like, so this is manifesting your life, having a vision where to go. And the next level.
Go ahead.
If you think that it's attractive for you, or you're already living it, put a 3 in the chat. And the next one is like, you are all with what is with your all existence. And this is like, from a higher source, life is presented to you. And this means that you also have a strong why, that you have a mission, not only the vision, but also the mission. Why are you here on earth? What is your soul path? What is it that really comes out of you that wants to be created, being on soul level? And this is the highest state. And if you are able to go into the state, then you are in a life of fulfillment and abundance, and it's audacious. And so this is a 4th state. And if you feel that you're already there, I'm curious, then put a 4 into the chat. So, but did you ask, how can I see this invisible glass ceiling and perhaps kick it, getting an understanding in what kind of level are you? Are you the victim? Are you the one that setting goals? Or are you the one that is manifesting? Or are you together with the all existence?
Yeah, I can see that now. We have a question here. How do you get changes to happen when you do have the right mindset?
So for me, it is, on the one hand, having clarity, what you want to attract, where you want to go. So having, for example, a vision board, having clarity about your mission, what is it that is really your soul path? And then it is having clarity about, are there any kind of blockages? Like we grow up as children, and we are very much influenced until we are 7 by our environment, which means by the parents, by teachers, perhaps the priest, or whoever is important in our life. And everything these people tell us, we take it as being the truth. And it gets unfiltered into our subconscious mind. And often we hear sentences like, oh, no, you will never make it. And look, the other boy is doing this better, and you're not enough. Or you hear your parents struggling about money. So money is hard to bring in, or you can't hold money, or whatever it is. So these kind of beliefs that you have inside of you can block you. And this can be, of course, what you experienced in your own life at that age, or even later on. Of course, we all have our experiences and make up beliefs about our life. So it can be that you experience it by yourself, having these beliefs. It can also be that it comes from your ancestral line. So often we see like also situations giving over, like people, like in families, you can see the problem of alcoholism, or the problem of violence is giving over. And so also like these can be given over with other things. So I see, for example, in my own life, my grandmother has been in 2 world wars. So she had always a problem that there was not enough food and there was danger. This was given over to my father, who was in only 1 world war, but also had the problem that he didn't had enough food, and no, that there is danger outside. And of course, this has been the truth for them. But for me, like I've been grown up in a very safe environment. But what I could see that my grandmother had her cellar full of food. It was really a storage for, I don't know, 20 years. And she had a freezer that was so huge, you could put in a total pig or whatever. And it was full as well. And my father also, he stored food. And you can come into my house and figure out the fridge is never empty. But I'm aware of that. So it is giving over from my grandmother to my father to me that there can be a shortage of food. And so like having the belief, better have food in the house, you never know. And then, yeah, ask yourself, do you know what situations that you have been in that you made up some belief, or that you had beliefs given over from your ancestral line, from your family? If yes, write it down. Let us know if there is a belief. Put it in the chat.
Yes, isn't it incredible how our childhood can really influence us forever? Well, this has been an awesome conversation. I've really enjoyed getting to know you, Swanette. So you do have a free gift, 6 steps to clarify your life vision. So our tech team will be putting that in our, the link is in there. And so just wanted to let you know who our next speaker is coming up here at the top of the hour. It's Catherine, and her talk title, What Do You Do with a Dead Dragon? 3 Keys to Becoming the Heroine and Main character of your own story. So I believe, Swanette, you have a VIP gift. Can you tell us a little bit about your VIP gift, please?
Yeah, so this is for people who upgraded for the summit, and it is a vision board workshop with me. So really creating a Canva with all the pictures that are your desire, what you want to create in your life.
That's excellent. We had a question about a vision board in the chat, so I do hope that our attendees saw that. So upgrade to VIP and spend some time with Swanette creating her vision board. So one last gem, we have about 2 minutes left. What's one last gem that you can share with everyone here?
So one addition is also, if you feel that you are an old soul, that you really have this feeling, okay, I want to create something very special here on this planet. I also can read the Akashic records, so I can go into past lives and also clear there if there are old vows or beliefs or whatever is in, so that at the end you can become the butterfly, and for the butterfly only the ceiling, the sky is the limit. So
that's excellent. That's excellent. So be sure to check out Swanette's free gift and her VIP. If you sign up for VIP, you'll get access to that. Thank you so much, Swanette. I super enjoyed our time together. And again, the next chat comes up in a few minutes at the top of the hour.
Thank you for joining us for another amazing session of the Voices of Women Summit, where our mission is to raise the voices of hundreds of women so their messages can be heard. For recordings of all sessions, plus an amazing VIP gift bundle, upgrade to VIP now. If you have any questions or problems during the summit, email our support team at support@voicesofwomensummit.com. Stay tuned. We have another fantastic speaker coming right up.